Now, sir, as a prelude to this inaugural event, a meeting has been held in the first half of our today's event with the nodal officers of the bank advised to submit a comprehensive report on all such camps to review the activities performed by them during Financial Literacy Week.
Results in proper allocation of capital, generates economic value, improves prosperity, and boosts employment. The banking system has played a critical role in the economic growth of the country, and various measures have been taken both by the government and the RBI to increase access to credit, resulting in greater financial inclusion. Credit discipline has to be nurtured and reinforced to ensure that credit becomes available to all, thus leading to expansion of economic activity and growth. The credit bureaus and the proposed public credit registry framework are expected to improve the flow of credit, improve transparency, and inculcate credit discipline. Expanding deepening financial education focused on developing credit discipline and encouraging people to avail credit from formal institutions as per the requirements brings the various benefits, and few of them are transparency in processes, recourse to grievance redressal mechanism, improved credit score, possibility of better terms and conditions for future credit, creation of economic value, and prevention of our slippages into NPA. The RBI has developed content in the form of various posters and audiovisuals on the various topics such as responsible borrowing, borrowing from formal institutions, and timely repayments. As part of the Financial Literacy Week activities, banks have been advised to disseminate information and create awareness among the customers and public on the above theme by displaying posters that have been developed by RBI on their websites, ATMs, and digital display boards deployed in their branches. RBI shall be undertaking a centralized mass media campaign during the month to broadcast essential financial awareness messages on this theme. I would like to emphasize here that financial well-being cannot be achieved without financial education or without financial inclusion. So, the responsibility of providing financial education is not the only responsibility of the regulators or refinancing institutions like or developmental institutions like NABARD or my esteemed colleagues from the Banking Ombudsman, all other government agencies. It is a responsibility of everyone, including the academia, including the press, and also all the banks and non-banks, and every person responsible in the areas of finance. It is also to be reiterated that there is a huge expansion of digital financial transaction in the country due to pandemic, and all the financial services providers present here today, they have a moral obligation, not only responsibility, moral obligation on their part that everyone is to be suitably and adequately educated on financial matters, particularly how to conduct safe digital banking or safe financial transaction. Otherwise, I can tell you that in the market, number of apps being downloaded, number of apps being developed to collect money from the gullible people or citizens is enormous. You must have seen in the local media, in the media, national media, few weeks back, how many people have committed suicide because of drawing loans from unauthorized service providers through by-web apps. So now it is the moral obligations of everyone present here today to ensure that their citizens or their customers do not fall a prey to unscrupulous elements who develop apps to collect money from various sources.